20 forgotten restaurants from the 1970s that we want back. Gone but not forgotten. Remember those bustling mall food courts filled with the aromas of pizza, popcorn, and freshly baked cookies? But what happened to those beloved restaurants that once defined our mall experiences? Get ready for a shocking trip down memory lane as we uncover the mysterious disappearances of 20 iconic mall restaurants that vanished without a trace. Hit that subscribe button and join us on this nostalgic journey. Number 1. Hot Sam's Pretzels. Picture this: you're strolling through the mall, and suddenly a warm, irresistible aroma hits you. It's the smell of freshly baked, buttery pretzels from Hot Sam's, a place that holds a special spot in the hearts of many. Back in the 1960s, just outside of Detroit, Hot Sam's started as a haven for families and friends. They weren't just selling pretzels, they were creating memories. These weren't your average pretzels either. We're talking soft, golden brown Bavarian pretzels, the kind that melt in your mouth. Hot Sam's quickly became a go-to spot, growing to over 175 locations and serving millions of pretzel-loving customers. But even at its peak, the story took a turn. In 2005, Hot Sam's was sold to Mrs. Fields Cookies, and the pretzel paradise we knew started to fade. The last remaining store eventually transformed into Pretzel Time, but Hot Sam's didn't completely disappear. If you're a fan of the Netflix hit Stranger Things, you might have spotted their iconic pretzels in the show's 1980s mall scenes, a nostalgic nod to a beloved brand. Number 2. See's Candies. Let's dive into the sweet story of See's Candies, a true American icon. It all started back in 1921 in sunny Los Angeles, thanks to a family with a passion for quality sweets. Charles See, along with his wife Florence and mother Mary, dreamed of sharing Mary's homemade candy recipes with the world. And so, the first See's Candies shop opened its doors, instantly recognizable with its charming black and white checkerboard design, inspired by Mary's very own kitchen. That design became a symbol of their unwavering dedication to using only the freshest, top-notch ingredients. From those humble beginnings, See's Candies blossomed. Over the years, they expanded to over 200 stores, mostly across the western United States. Their signature treats, like the crunchy peanut brittle, the buttery Victoria toffee, and the rich chocolate walnut fudge, became absolute favorites. But the secret to their enduring success was more than just delicious recipes. It was their commitment to quality and freshness, making all their candies without any preservatives. In 1972, another chapter unfolded when the legendary investor Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, acquired See's Candies. Buffett saw the magic in their dedication to tradition and great taste, and under his guidance, the company continued to flourish, earning a devoted following and raking in impressive profits. They even celebrated their 100th anniversary in 2021, a testament to their lasting impact on the world of sweets. See's Candies isn't just a candy company, it's a cultural touchstone. You might have even spotted their iconic boxes in movies and TV shows. They're famous for their welcoming atmosphere, where friendly staff often offer customers a free sample or two. Number 3. Hickory Farms. Here, Dad, you deserve the best. It's from Hickory Farm. That classic commercial jingle instantly transports us back to a time when Hickory Farms was synonymous with holiday gifting and gourmet indulgence. This beloved brand, with roots stretching back to the late 1940s and 50s, was a staple in malls and shopping centers across the U.S., offering a mouth-watering assortment of specialty foods. Imagine strolling through the mall during the holiday season and encountering those iconic Hickory Farms kiosks, over 250 of them popping up nationwide. The aroma of savory sausages, premium cheeses, and exotic nuts would fill the air, tempting shoppers with their gourmet delights. And who could forget their famous beef sticks, a Hickory Farms signature that sold a staggering 1.5 million pounds annually. Hickory Farms reached its peak popularity in the 1970s, but the retail landscape began to shift in the 80s. Always adaptable, Hickory Farms responded by revitalizing its mall stores and expanding its mail-order business, reaching customers beyond the traditional brick-and-mortar setting. The 1990s saw further diversification, with gourmet items like fruit, seafood, and specialty meats joining their classic offerings, broadening their appeal and catering to evolving tastes. Recognizing the growing importance of online shopping in the 2000s, Hickory Farms made a strategic move towards e-commerce and catalog sales, closing many of its physical stores. This bold transition proved successful, and today, Hickory Farms thrives online, offering a vast selection of gift baskets and gourmet foods, especially during the holiday season. Number 4. The Original Cookie Company. Step back in time to the malls of the 70s, 80s, and 90s, and you'll likely conjure up the memory of a sweet, irresistible aroma, the smell of freshly baked cookies wafting through the air. That tempting scent likely originated from the Original Cookie Company, a beloved bakery that once held a special place in the hearts and stomachs of mall goers. This wasn't just any cookie shop. It was a haven of deliciousness, offering an array of tempting treats like warm, gooey brownies, classic chocolate chip cookies, and other mouth-watering creations. The Original Cookie Company was a true destination, drawing customers in with its cozy atmosphere and the promise of freshly baked goodness. During its heyday, it was a must-stop spot, a delightful detour that made any shopping trip a little sweeter. But as the retail landscape changed, so did the fortunes of the Original Cookie Company. New competitors, like the Great American Cookies and Mrs. Fields, entered the scene, offering tempting alternatives and creating a cookie war for customers' affections. Faced with mounting economic challenges, the Original Cookie Company eventually succumbed to the pressure. It was acquired by another business, rebranded, and slowly faded from view, its presence in malls dwindling until it eventually disappeared altogether.
Check it out. Wow, Kenny Rogers Roasters finally open.
Number 5. Kenny Rogers Roasters. Cue the catchy jingle. Try our downright kickin' barbecue chicken today. Kenny Rogers Roasters. There's goodness here. That's right. We're taking a trip back to the 1990s, a time when Kenny Rogers Roasters ruled the roost in the world of rotisserie chicken. This fast food sensation, backed by the star power of country music legend Kenny Rogers himself, exploded onto the scene, boasting over 350 locations at its peak. People flocked to Kenny Rogers Roasters for their signature wood-fired chicken, cooked to juicy perfection, and their delectable corn muffins, a perfect pairing. The early years were a whirlwind of success, but the restaurant industry is a tough game. Kenny Rogers Roasters soon found itself in a heated battle with established giants like KFC and Boston Market. The competition was fierce, and sadly, the Roasters' reign was short-lived. In 1998, the company faced financial struggles and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. It was eventually acquired by Nathan's Famous, Incorporated, but the deal resulted in the closure of numerous Kenny Rogers Roasters locations. Still, for those who remember the taste of that wood-fired chicken and the warm corn muffins, Kenny Rogers Roasters holds a special place in their culinary memories. Have you ever been to any of the restaurants I just listed? Share your thoughts with us. Number 6. Karmelkorn. Let's take a trip back in time to the 1920s, where the irresistible scent of Karmelkorn first filled the air in Wyoming. This wasn't your average popcorn. We're talking about a unique, candy-coated treat that quickly won over hearts and taste buds. Fast forward to the 1980s, and Karmelkorn's popularity exploded as it found a perfect home in shopping malls across the nation. With over 200 locations at its peak, the brand became synonymous with that sweet, crunchy, crave-worthy popcorn. But then, in 1986, the landscape shifted. Dairy Queen, the ice cream giant, acquired Karmelkorn, adding it to its growing family of brands, which included Orange Julius. By 1987, many locations that had been co-branded as Dairy Queen and Karmelkorn were transformed into Dairy Queen Treat Centers, streamlining the brand under a single banner. As the years went by, shopping malls faced a decline in popularity, and Karmelkorn's leases began to expire. Dairy Queen, the parent company, found it challenging to continue investing in the struggling brand. By 2019, only a handful of Karmelkorn stores remained, a stark contrast to its once widespread presence. The final blow came when even that last remaining location couldn't keep up with sales and sadly closed its doors. Number 7. Orange Julius. Deal all 3 varieties, light or premium fruit smoothies, and Julius Original. That iconic slogan takes us back to the heyday of Orange Julius, the go-to spot for a refreshing, frothy orange beverage in the heart of the mall. Born in California in 1926, just as the concept of mall shopping was taking off, Orange Julius began its journey with a simple blend of orange juice, ice, and sugar. Sales were slow at first, barely reaching $20 a day. But everything changed in 1929 with a revolutionary new recipe. This magical formula transformed the drink into a creamy, frothy concoction, instantly boosting its appeal. Sales skyrocketed, exceeding $100 a day, and Orange Julius became a sensation. The brand expanded its menu, adding burgers and other treats to complement their signature drink. By the 1960s, Orange Julius had blossomed, boasting over 400 locations, including franchises. International Industries, Inc. acquired the company, fueling further growth and solidifying its position as a beloved beverage destination. It even achieved the prestigious title of the official drink at the 1964 New York World's Fair. The company changed hands again, leading to even more expansion. At its peak, Orange Julius International boasted a staggering 745 franchises worldwide. But fate had a different plan in store. In 1987, Orange Julius merged with Dairy Queen, becoming a subsidiary under the ownership of Warren Buffett. Fast forward to 2018, and the landscape had shifted dramatically. Standalone Orange Julius locations had all but vanished, with the brand primarily found nestled within Dairy Queen stores. This strategic move aimed to offer a wider variety of treats under one roof. So, while you might not find a dedicated Orange Julius store anymore, the next time you crave that signature frothy orange goodness, head to your nearest Dairy Queen. Number 8. Piccadilly Cafeteria. Let's shine a spotlight on Piccadilly Cafeteria, a southern institution known for its comforting, home-style meals and its dedication to serving communities in need. Piccadilly's story began in the early 1930s in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, offering a simple yet satisfying dining experience. This chain of traditional cafeterias quickly became a favorite, expanding its reach across the southeastern United States. But Piccadilly's impact goes beyond its family-friendly restaurants and convenient to-go meals. They also operate as Piccadilly Emergency Services, a vital lifeline providing quick and nourishing meals in disaster-stricken areas and emergency settings. They extend their reach by offering meal services to hospitals, schools, and government organizations, becoming an integral part of the community fabric. Piccadilly's growth took a significant leap when they acquired Morrison's cafeteria, expanding their network to a remarkable 270 locations nationwide. However, the company faced financial hurdles and filed for bankruptcy in 2003, leading to its acquisition by another entity. Despite the setback, Piccadilly's journey continued. In 2012, they faced another bankruptcy filing, ultimately finding a new home with a One Holdings company. Under new ownership, Piccadilly persevered, adapting to the changing times while remaining true to its core values of quality and community service. Today, with 29 locations across the nation, Piccadilly Cafeteria continues to serve up a taste of Southern hospitality, offering a comforting reminder of home-cooked meals and a steadfast commitment to supporting those in need. Number 9. Houlihan's. Let's raise a glass to Houlihan's, formerly known as Houlihan's Old Place, a casual restaurant and bar that once held a prominent place in the American dining scene. Founded on April 1, 1972, in Kansas, Houlihan's quickly gained popularity with its laid-back atmosphere and diverse menu. The brand's early success paved the way for expansion, and soon Houlihan's franchises dotted the map, reaching 35 locations across 15 states at its peak. In 2015, Fertitta Entertainment, a company with a penchant for acquiring chain restaurants, saw potential in Houlihan's and added it to their portfolio, which also included Devon Seafood and Bristol Seafood Grill. Houlihan's continued its journey, experiencing both triumphs and setbacks along the way. In 2007, the brand reached its zenith with an impressive 92 restaurant branches. However, the winds of change began to blow, bringing challenges like a shifting labor market, the rising costs of third-party delivery services, and unfavorable lease agreements. These factors took a toll on Houlihan's, and despite efforts to adapt, the brand faced increasing financial difficulties. On November 14, 2019, the parent company filed for bankruptcy, marking a turning point in Houlihan's story. Affiliated companies gradually distanced themselves from the brand, signaling the end of an era. Number 10. Arthur Treacher's Fish Chips. At Arthur Treacher's, please don't take our sign too literally. Our specialty isn't just delicious tasting fish. That slogan takes us back to a time when Arthur Treacher's Fish Chips was a beloved destination for a taste of Britain right here in the US. This iconic chain, known for its crispy fried fish and perfectly cooked chips, once boasted a vast network of locations, bringing a unique culinary experience to communities across the country. Arthur Treacher's wasn't just about the food. It was about creating a welcoming atmosphere where families and friends could gather for a casual meal or grab a quick bite on the go. Their secret recipe and commitment to quality kept customers coming back for more, solidifying their place as a fast food favorite. But what made Arthur Treacher's truly unique was the man behind the name. Arthur Treacher, a British actor best known for his portrayal of the iconic butler, Jeeves, in the Shirley Temple movies, became the face and spokesperson for the brand. While not the actual owner, his charming presence and association with British culture added an extra layer of authenticity to the chain. At its peak, Arthur Treacher's Fish Chips reigned supreme with an impressive 826 locations across the US. However, the tides began to turn in 1979 as the fast food landscape became increasingly competitive. New and existing franchises adjusted their pricing strategies to stay afloat, but these efforts ultimately proved insufficient. The company filed for bankruptcy in the late 70s, marking the beginning of its decline. Today, only a handful of Arthur Treacher's locations remain, a bittersweet reminder of a once thriving chain that brought a taste of British culinary tradition to American shores. Do you have any memorable impressions of the dishes from the restaurants mentioned above? Share them with us. Number 11. Roy Rogers. Phil, hey, what you got? Oh man, Roy Rogers' Big Chicken Club. That classic commercial jingle instantly transports us back to the golden age of Roy Rogers restaurants, a beloved fast food chain known for its delicious roast beef and fried chicken sandwiches, perfectly paired with an ice-cold Coca-Cola. While the restaurant shared its name with the famous cowboy actor and singer, who enthusiastically lent his image to the brand, he wasn't actually the owner. Despite this, Roy Rogers restaurants became a staple, particularly in the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic regions of the U.S. The story of Roy Rogers began with a rebranding. Marriott Corporation acquired the Roby's House of Beef restaurant chain and transformed it into the iconic Roy Rogers brand. At its peak, Roy Rogers boasted over 600 locations, a testament to its popularity and the success of its franchise model. Customers flocked to Roy Rogers for their mouth-watering burgers, crispy fried chicken, golden fries, and of course, those signature roast beef sandwiches. However, the winds of change swept through the fast food landscape in 1990 when Roy Rogers was sold, eventually landing in the hands of Hardee's parent company. Despite efforts to revitalize the brand, Roy Rogers' sales continued to decline. As a result, most locations were converted into Hardee's restaurants. Between 1994 and 1996, Hardee's sold off the remaining Roy Rogers restaurants to various competitors, including Wendy's, McDonald's, and Boston Market. While Roy Rogers restaurants may no longer be a common sight, its legacy endures in the fond memories of those who savored its signature sandwiches and enjoyed the friendly atmosphere. Number 12. Morrison's Cafeteria. Let's take a trip back in time to Morrison's Cafeteria, a beloved Southern institution that once held a prominent place in shopping malls across the southeastern United States. Founded in 1920 by J.A. Morrison, this chain of cafeteria-style eateries quickly became synonymous with exceptional Southern cooking, serving up comforting classics in a welcoming atmosphere. At its peak, Morrison's operated in 13 states with an impressive 151 locations, becoming a cherished dining destination for families and friends seeking a taste of home. However, Morrison's story is not without its shadows. During the turbulent civil rights movement, the company faced allegations of racial segregation, a practice that deeply contradicted the values of equality and inclusivity. Protests led by activists in Nashville, Tennessee, brought these discriminatory practices to light, casting a dark cloud over Morrison's reputation. In addition to the social challenges, Morrison's faced increasing competition from newer fast food establishments that offered innovative menus and dining experiences. This made it difficult for Morrison's to maintain its appeal in a rapidly changing market. The decline in customer traffic put a strain on the company's finances, making it challenging to sustain its large-scale operations. In 1990, Morrison's was acquired by a corporate giant that also owned other popular chains like Ruby Tuesday. Despite efforts to revitalize the brand, Morrison's continued to struggle. In 1998, the company was sold again, and several branches were forced to close their doors due to declining sales. While Morrison's Cafeteria may no longer be a familiar sight in shopping malls, its legacy endures in the memories of those who savored its delicious Southern cuisine and enjoyed the warm, inviting atmosphere. Number 13. Gloria Jean's Coffees. Let's take a sip of nostalgia and explore the story of Gloria Jean's Coffees, an Australian-born coffeehouse that once held a prominent place in the American caffeination scene. Founded in 1979 by Gloria Jean Kvetko, the brand's journey began as a humble coffee and gift shop in Chicago, Illinois. However, Gloria Jean's quickly gained a devoted following, particularly during the 1990s and 2000s, captivating coffee lovers with its wide array of flavored coffees and beans, served in a cozy and inviting atmosphere. The brand's success transcended borders, establishing Gloria Jean's as a leading international coffee chain, competing with giants like Starbucks and other established players. While Gloria Jean's enjoyed significant success in various parts of the U.S., it also faced its share of challenges, experiencing fluctuations in popularity and market share. In 2014, seeking a fresh start, Gloria Jean's was acquired by Retail Food Group, an Australian company. However, despite the change in ownership, the brand's fortunes in the U.S. continued to wane. The number of Gloria Jean's coffee locations gradually dwindled, and the chain's once prominent presence in the American coffee landscape diminished. Interestingly, while Gloria Jean's may have lost its foothold in the U.S., it continues to thrive in other parts of the world, particularly in the Middle East, Australia, and Asia, where its unique flavors and welcoming atmosphere remain popular. Number 14. Blimpie. Big one. See this? This is a Subway stuffed. This is a Blimpie. Best. That catchy slogan takes us back to the golden age of Blimpie, a fast food chain synonymous with hefty, delicious submarine sandwiches. Blimpie's story began on a momentous day, May 16, 1964, the same day Muhammad Ali claimed the heavyweight championship of the world. Three friends from Hoboken, New Jersey, had a brilliant idea to create the ultimate sub-sandwich experience. They named their creation Blimpie, a name that would become synonymous with satisfying hunger. Driven by their early success, the founders aggressively pursued expansion. However, in 1976, a difference in vision led to a split within the company. One founder wanted to focus on the East Coast, while another had his sights set on the South. This led to a unique solution. The company divided into two separate brands, while still operating under the same trademark. Blimpie experienced rapid growth in the 1970s, becoming a major player in the sub-sandwich market, rivaling giants like Quiznos and Subway. However, as the company sought public investment and sold shares, it faced an identity crisis. Blimpie began to stray from its core focus, experimenting with pizza, Chinese food, and even sharing its trade secrets, a move that ultimately proved detrimental. The brand struggled to maintain its footing, and its once dominant position began to crumble. In 2006, Blimpie was acquired by Kahala Brands, the parent company of various franchises like Planet Smoothie and Cold Stone Creamery. Under Kahala's leadership, Blimpie underwent a rebranding effort, aiming to update its menu and image to compete in the modern fast food landscape. While these efforts achieved some success, Blimpie's footprint has significantly shrunk compared to its heyday. Number 15. Furr's Cafeteria. In the world of all-you-can-eat dining, few establishments have captured the hearts and stomachs of patrons quite like Furr's Cafeteria. This beloved chain, founded in 1946 in Hobbs, New Mexico, quickly gained a reputation for its delicious, home-style cooking and its unique buffet-style approach. Roy Furr, the visionary behind the brand, created a dining experience that allowed customers to pay a single price and indulge in a wide variety of dishes, all they could eat. Furr's Cafeteria became a family favorite, known for its welcoming atmosphere and its ability to satisfy even the heartiest appetites. In 1980, Kamert Corporation recognized Furr's potential and acquired the chain. However, just 8 years later, in 1988, Furr's was sold again, this time to Michael Levinson's limited national partnership. Under new ownership, the brand underwent changes, including a name change, and faced a series of corporate restructuring efforts. These changes included closing underperforming locations and downsizing staff, reflecting the challenges Furr's faced in a competitive market. Despite efforts to adapt and streamline operations, Furr's continued to struggle. In April 2021, the parent companies made the difficult decision to file for bankruptcy, ultimately leading to the permanent closure of all remaining Furr's Cafeteria locations. The closure of Furr's marked the end of an era for fans of the all-you-can-eat buffet experience. Comment 1 if you enjoyed the content above. And don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to follow our videos. Thank you. Number 16. ShowBiz Pizza Place. Tell me why pizza is so good. That familiar jingle takes us back to the heyday of ShowBiz Pizza Place, a vibrant entertainment and dining destination that once rivaled the iconic Chuck E. Cheese. ShowBiz wasn't just about serving up delicious pizza, it was about creating a fun, engaging experience for the whole family. Founded in 1980 by Robert L. Brock, ShowBiz quickly became known for its lively atmosphere, featuring a wide array of arcade games and captivating animatronic performances that kept kids and adults entertained. The rivalry between ShowBiz and Chuck E. Cheese intensified over the years, with each brand vying for the hearts and wallets of families seeking a fun-filled outing. In a surprising turn of events, Chuck E. Cheese filed for bankruptcy in 1984. Opening the door for a merger with ShowBiz. Brock Hotel Corporation, the parent company of ShowBiz, seized the opportunity and acquired Chuck E. Cheese, creating a new entity called ShowBiz Pizza Time Incorporated. This strategic move brought the two former competitors under one roof, and the decision was made to unify the brands under the more recognizable Chuck E. Cheese name. As a result, all ShowBiz Pizza Place locations were rebranded as Chuck E. Cheese, marking the end of an era for the ShowBiz name. Number 17. Farrell's Ice Cream Parlour. You always have a party at Farrell's. That catchy slogan perfectly captures the spirit of Farrell's Ice Cream Parlour, a beloved chain that once offered a delightful escape into a world of sweet treats and nostalgic charm. Founded in 1963 in Portland, Oregon, and named after co-founder Bob Farrell, Farrell's quickly became known for its unique atmosphere and its tempting array of ice cream flavors and sandwiches. Each Farrell's location boasted a distinct theme, setting it apart from other ice cream parlors of the time. The colorful decor, friendly staff, and the lively sounds of piano music created a festive ambience that made every visit feel like a special occasion. At its peak in 1975, Farrell's had expanded to an impressive 175 locations, many of which were strategically placed within bustling shopping malls. In 1972, the Marriott Corporation acquired Farrell's, but despite its initial success, the brand faced challenges in the 1980s as sales began to decline. Farrell's was sold again to private investors, but the downward trend continued, and by 1990, most of its locations had disappeared. The last remaining Farrell's in Portland, Oregon, sadly closed its doors in 2001, marking the end of an era for the beloved ice cream parlor. Number 18. Harvest House Cafeteria. Step back in time and imagine a bustling shopping mall, filled with the enticing aromas of freshly prepared food. At the heart of this scene, you might have found Harvest House Cafeteria, a beloved destination known for its delicious, affordable meals and its welcoming atmosphere. Harvest House was a popular fixture in Woolworth stores and various shopping malls, offering a unique dining experience that combined convenience with quality. Their spacious cafeterias provided a comfortable setting for shoppers to take a break and enjoy a satisfying meal, all for a price that was remarkably budget-friendly, just over $1 for many of their specials. Harvest House and Woolworth were pioneers in the concept of shopping mall restaurants, creating a dining experience that was both accessible and enjoyable. Their cafeterias became a gathering place for families, friends, and individuals seeking a tasty and affordable meal amidst the hustle and bustle of the mall. However, as the retail landscape evolved, Harvest House faced increasing competition. By the 1990s, the rise of food courts, with their diverse array of dining options, began to overshadow the traditional cafeteria format. Despite its loyal following, Harvest House struggled to keep pace with the changing times, and its presence in shopping malls gradually diminished. While Harvest House may no longer be a familiar sight, its legacy lives on in the memories of those who fondly recall its delicious meals, affordable prices, and the unique role it played in the early days of shopping mall dining. Number 19. York Steakhouse. Well, York has lots of them. At York Steakhouse, we serve the best. That classic slogan takes us back to a time when York Steakhouse was a popular destination for affordable, quality steak dinners. Founded in 1966 in Columbus, Ohio, York Steakhouse offered a unique dining experience that combined cafeteria-style efficiency with a touch of elegance. The layout of the restaurant was strategically designed, with cold items and hot items positioned at opposite ends, and the cashier conveniently situated in between. The ambience was relaxed and inviting, featuring dim lighting and elegant chandeliers, creating a comfortable atmosphere for diners. York Steakhouse operated on a cafeteria-style system, where customers would move along the line with a tray, selecting their desired dishes from various stations. However, their signature offering was their affordable steak, which customers could order at the counter and pick up when ready. The menu also featured a variety of options, including seafood, chicken, and salads, catering to a range of tastes. One quirky aspect of York Steakhouse was that they charged extra for butter and sour cream, but they didn't accept tips, creating a unique pricing structure. York Steakhouse became a subsidiary of General Mills, the parent company of popular chains like Olive Garden and Red Lobster, further expanding its reach and resources. At its peak, York Steakhouse boasted over 200 locations across the United States, becoming a familiar sight in many communities. However, the 1980s brought challenges as sales began to decline. The company shifted its focus to investments in other businesses, ultimately leading to the closure of York Steakhouse locations by the early 1990s. Number 20. The Magic Pan. Now, at the Magic Pan, prime rib, that phrase evokes a sense of nostalgia for a time when the Magic Pan was the place to indulge in delicious, expertly crafted crepes. Founded in 1965 by two Hungarian immigrants with a passion for culinary innovation, the Magic Pan quickly established itself as a unique dining destination. Their specialty? Sweet and savory crepes, prepared using a mesmerizing spinning technique that added a touch of theatricality to the dining experience. The Magic Pan's popularity soared, and in the 1970s, it was acquired by Quaker Oats, a move that fueled further expansion, particularly into shopping malls across the country. However, as the 1980s dawned, the novelty of crepes began to fade, and the Magic Pan sales took a significant hit. The costs of operating numerous locations became increasingly burdensome, and the difficult decision was made to close down the Magic Pan restaurants. While the Magic Pan may no longer be a familiar sight, its legacy endures in the memories of those who had the pleasure of experiencing its unique offerings during its peak years. The Crepe Kings, as they were sometimes known, left an indelible mark on the culinary landscape, introducing many to the delightful world of crepes and creating a dining experience that was both delicious and memorable. Wow, we've journeyed through a culinary time capsule, uncovering the stories of 20 mall restaurants that have sadly disappeared. Did your favorite make the list? Let me know in the comments if we missed any nostalgic gems. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, be sure to check out other videos in this series where we explore even more blasts from the past. And don't forget to subscribe and share Who Remembers with your friends and family. Let's keep these memories alive. As always, thank you so much for watching.